The more you move, the less hypothermia. The more you move, the less hypothermia. The more you move, the less hypothermia. Hey, guys. It's me, your freezing neighborhood Pokemaniac, coming back at you with another cool episode. Yeah, that's it. Cool episode of Pokemon Platinum. In the last episode, we basically rounded up almost as many legendary Pokemon as we possibly could and finished darn near everything we can do here on Sinnoh proper. Now, I say Sinnoh proper is a little bit of foreshadowing, but as you can see, we are back here in Snowpoint City, finally honoring the request of Docky, who our mother told us burst in and said that we should come here probably a week or so ago now, but he's probably a block of ice at this point. I hope he didn't get tired of waiting. But we're here now, so that's really all that matters. And with that, the point of interest, thank you, English is my first language, I swear. The point of interest is this sailor right here. We talked to him when we first came here to Snowpoint City, and he said he wanted to take someone strong on his boat, and well, I'd say the champion of the Pokemon League qualifies. What is it? Do you want to sail to the battle zone? Now, like, I mean, honestly, like, if you heard that there was somewhere called the battle zone, it would be really cheesy, but in the Pokemon world, that just sounds lovely. Absolutely we do. And, oh! Be still, my heart. I thought you would come. I'm glad I waited for you. Oh, man. Oh, we kept Cynthia waiting this whole time. Oh, man. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Definitely surprised. I think it's good that our world is constantly changing. Of course, I don't want it to become what only one person wants. A world like Cyrus envisions. No one would want that. Except maybe Cyrus. You know what? No, you go off, Queen. The kind of world I want to see is one where everyone can share their joy. Where Pokemon and people around them can be happy for each other. I want the world to become a place where everyone is smiling. The world could be so much better if we all tried to make it that way. I want you to keep traveling to many far-off places. I want you to keep meeting all kinds of people in Pokemon. Why does she tease me so? I came all the way here just so I could say that to you. Oh, she came all the way here just for me? My heart is like literally thudding out of my chest right now. I should probably go see, not Nurse Joy, but whatever people they use to take care of people in this world. Your horizons will expand again if you visit the fight area as well. Now, the fight area sounds like something Cynthia would be interested in. So we're going to the fight area within the battle zone. I'm thinking someone eccentric named Cynthia, did you name these places? I hope our paths cross again. She also named the Distortion World, so maybe she's just very direct about naming things. And absolutely, girl, you can cross my path anytime you please. Bye, Cynthia. Aye, aye, then. Let's set sail. All right, this guy, speaking of waiting, this guy was probably like, all right, come on, wrap it up with your girlfriend, buddy. And as you can see, ooh, look at it, just ripping through the ice. Like, man, if the Titanic had those bad boys on them, it would... I guess I guess Docky, I thought I was over that. I guess Docky couldn't be bothered to wait for us like Cynthia did, so I guess there's at least one blonde person in this cruel world who actually wants to wait for us. Oh, hey Jake, what took you so long? I'm finding you 100 million Pokey. Oh my gosh, even with all of my champion winnings, I can't afford that. Why do you bankrupt me, Docky? Actually, never mind the fine. It's fine. Come with me, will ya? You get that pun? Yes, I know what puns are, Docky. I'm the pun guy, all right? Anyway. Moving right along at Docky's pace, and oh man, more bozos that I was, beat already that I was hoping never to see again. Jake, I tried to get into the battle frontier, which happens to be right here, when these guys came along and got in my face about it. What? Docky, you know both of these guys. You have fought both of these guys, along with me. And also, why are you guys being bullies? Don't you... I don't think you're allowed to bully Docky for very specific reasons. There's something wrong with his brain. Like, they're saying they want to test me if I'm good enough and all that. Oh my gosh, they want to haze Docky to, you know, bully him before they initiate him into his their little club they got going on here. Like, as if I need to prove anything. So, let's team up. I feel like these are contradictory things. Or actually, maybe that's just the wise strategy. Is like, oh, I don't need to prove anything. I can just, you know, get my champion friend here to, you know, whoop your butts for me. Like we did at the Spear Pillar. Let's show these guys how good we are. Yeah, you probably could have phrased that better. Now, I could say no to Docky, but I can't say no to Docky. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. So, there's an Elite Four and a gym leader. We can whoop them. Absolutely, we can. Ooh, this situation just cooks. The drama and tension sizzles. Flint, the fiery master of fire Pokemon, is going to put you to the test. In case we could forget Ronald McDonald, Flint reintroduces himself. Let Flint see how hot your spirit burns. He didn't even call us hot shots this time. I'm a little upset. I don't know how I managed to get myself into this, but show me the skills that you got through the Pokemon League. All right, and yeah, so as soon as, I guess this place is aptly named, as soon as we get to the battle zone, we are challenged to a battle, an intense one at that. Leader Volkner and Elite Four Flint in double battle. That's right, it's the matchup you didn't know you wanted, but it's actually really cool, and the one that we are overly prepared for. That's right, guys, as soon as you get here in Pokemon Platinum, you are faced immediately with a battle, and let me tell you, they are not messing around. Fortunately, Docky is wise enough to have his own Warbeak up front, who will intimidate these Pokemon. Probably is not going to do too much to that Houndoom, considering Houndoom's a special attacker, but since they are in front of us right now, it's kind of cute. Like, did they coordinate that? I definitely coordinated this, my starter, outside of Docky's knowledge, because Donzalug has Earthquake. This move is remarkably effective against both Flint and Volkner, all of their Pokemon, and coincidentally, is not going to affect Staraptor one bit. So we are going to do that. And while we're doing this, we are going to take some time to talk about the Pokemon in front of us. Namely, Volkner's Luxray, level 56, pure electric type, with the moves Ice Fang, Thunder Fang, Crunch, and Fire Fang. Fortunately, it does not have Intimidate, which would be... Oh, come on! You've got to be kidding me! What are the odds? I mean, like 30%, but still. What are the odds it happens to me? My goodness. Poor Donzalug. He didn't deserve any of this. And Docky? My goodness. Took out a Houndoom in one hit. See, he got revenge for Donzalug, leader of the Dark Scorpions. That was beautiful. I appreciate you. But now that the Houndoom's gone, we should probably go over it. That was Flint's Houndoom that Docky just so graciously took out for us, and we grew a level off of that. We're gonna hit this Luxray with the full power Earthquake. Houndoom, as we all know, is the Dark Fire type. Probably not if you're playing Diamond and Pearl. You wouldn't know what a fire type is. With the moves Flamethrower, Sludge Bomb, Dark Pulse, and Sunny Day. So pretty intimidating. And the Luxray misses its Thunder Fang, and my goodness, that burn crippled us so hard. Okay, so Flint decided not to mess around today, and he is going to throw out his Magmortar. We remember this bad boy from the Elite Four. Again, not if you are playing Diamond and Pearl, because Diamond and Pearl's lame, dude. We're going to use a full restore real fast. I mean, I don't see another way out of this. We need Donzalug, happy and healthy. Flint's Magmortar is his ace in the hole of the fight. It is level 58, pure fire-type Pokemon with the moves Flamethrower, Thunderbolt, Solar Beam, and Hyper Beam. So, still as scary as the day. Docky, that was not the move, bro. I mean, it's kind of wise that, you swapped out Staraptor, but I'm about to launch an Earthquake, and this is not going to, your Snorlax is not going to fare as well. What? No paralysis? Huh? Shit, jeez, oh man. All right, so we're going to launch another Earthquake, this time hopefully not getting burned and hopefully being able to do some decent damage. Magmortar, it's as scary as the day we first fought it, and we somehow lived that. Good on you, Donzalug. I'm so proud of you. Leader of the Dark Scorpions right there, proving his quality. All right, and if we can possibly get any damage off on this Luxray. Okay, it still didn't die. Great. And we're probably going to kill Okay, so Snorlax is fine. Also, interestingly, while this battle may seem a little intimidating at first, by no means are you in any dire straits, considering it's basically a 6-on-12. Docky still has his full team of 6, while Flint and Volkner here are only using 3 each. And oh, that is so cute. They got Electivire and the Magmortar out together. Let's take a picture, why don't you? All right, so Electivire, which once again still just as intimidating as when we fought it back at the Sunny Shore Gym after the it was the Bacon Lighthouse. Yeah, I don't quite remember my own. Oh no, Snorlax went down, and then we're gonna get hit with a Thunderbolt and go down ourselves. But Electivire, once again, the Scourge of Sunny Shore Gym. It's still pretty intimidating, level 58, pure electric type Pokemon with the moves Thunder Punch, Fire Punch, Brick Break, and Giga Impact. So this thing ain't messing around either. And to show that we're not messing around, we're going to send out Autumn. Yeah, look at it. He's so ready to go. What is more intimidating to me right now is probably the Magmortar. So I am, in fact, going to end up using Surf here. Sorry, Docky, your Staraptor's just going to have to take this. But Surf is nice because it also deals damage to Electivire. It's not super effective, but we can still, whittle it down. I don't see Docky's... Oh! Maybe I should keep my big mouth shut. Docky's Staraptor is well-trained. I cannot believe it just tanked a Thunder Punch like that. That's wild to me. And he's like, you know what, forget it. We're going to, go all in and, use close combat. That's crazy. Good on you, Docky. You know what? Docky got his close combat off. But yeah, no, I'm actually rather impressed. As much as Docky talks a big game, it seems like he actually has improved quite a bit since we last saw him. This Surf, come on. If it was not spread... Oh, and Empoleon comes out with the stars on his Pokeball. I don't know. I feel like... Well, I mean, there are 7 levels higher than poor old Autumn over here. They just seem totally gung-ho about targeting Docky and his Pokemon. But, I mean... Honestly, I can't be affected by... Autumn can't be affected by electric-type moves. You should be able... Okay, I was going to say you should be able to survive that Thunderbolt because Empoleon is a special tank, but... Docky just seems to be kind of, throwing him out there to get knocked down. I don't know what his strategy is in throwing out a Staraptor and then Empoleon. It was nice that Staraptor was able to get another Intimidate off, but that's neither here nor there. This battle is going on quite... Oh, come on, Docky! Now I can't use Surf! And he's bringing out the Flareon. All right, so... Flint's last Pokemon is, in fact, going to be his Flareon, a little less scary than some of the other stuff that he has sent out against us. Rapidash using Sunny Day, that's... Docky. Bro. That's not the move here. I'm a Water-type Alright, whatever. Flareon. So Flint's last Pokemon, at least in this instance, is Flareon. It's going to be level 56, pure Fire-type Pokemon, with the moves Overheat, Giga Impact, Quick Attack, and as you can see, a Will-O-Wisp. So it's going to try to burn you. Which, honestly, overall isn't, too tragic. Again, Flareon being able to, in this generation, this physical special split, Flareon's just much better. And, oh, look how cute! Now they got the new Pokemon to take a picture! Oh my gosh, they were very themed up today. Like, I feel like they rehearsed this and then just don't tell anyone about it. Because their teams are very, very similar. Starting with, they're like... wolf or dog-like equivalents, so, Luxray and Houndoom, and then, by rights, Luxray should be a part dark type, and then they had their Magmortar and their dang old Electivire together, because, they're, peas in a pod, and they had the Jolteon and the Flareon. It's so cute. And they're also in McDonald's colors, so this is great branding for Flint. He, smart businessman, and, even smarter, Pokemon battler. This Flareon's going for Overheat, which I don't see why it did not utilize. Because it's sunny, Docky. Why is it sunny? Huh? Why on earth was that Overheat so powerful, Docky? Huh? You listening up there? I know you bounced up with that Rapidash, but you listening? All right, so unfortunately, it seems like Autumn is going to be going down. Well, unless we heal up real quick. Don't tell anyone we're cheating, all right? So we're going to use the full restore here. I think Autumn, well, number one, deserves the experience points, or could use them more. And number two has, Autumn's just my best bet against this team up, honestly. Having a ground water type against, fire and electric trainers, it's too good. So we are going to utilize that turn in order to heal up Autumn, and they both actually went for Autumn, which was kind of nice. They, used their priority quick attacks to try to take us down as easily as possible, which I've fallen for that trap before as well. There was a few years ago, I was at PAX East, and one of the cool things that was happening was they had people running around, and they were dressed up. Oh, come on. Well, it's a charge beam. I should have expected as much. They had people running around as gym leaders, and then there was a lady there who was dressed as Cynthia, as the champion. And they had a bunch of gym leaders, but all you had to do was collect 8 badges, then you could challenge Cynthia. And one of the gym leaders I actually lost to was Brock, and he specifically stated he wasn't a rock type gym leader, he was a Brock type gym leader. So he didn't just have rock type Pokemon, but I had an evolution, I can't remember which one, and I had his Onix down pretty low, and so I was just gonna finish it off with a quick attack. There's no reason for me to do that, but I did it anyway, and my hubris and arrogance got the better of me. It did not KO that Onix, and then he took me down, and he had the advantage for the rest of the battle, and I unfortunately lost to Brock. However, the Cynthia trainer was not exactly difficult, but I mean, she basically had a 1-for-1 Cynthia team, so I knew what to expect. But anyway, enough about that. Your toughness is something else. We're completely overwhelmed. Burnt out again, eh, Ronald? Where's your clown nose? You deserve it. You want to say that to my face, buddy? Hey, don't burn out on us. Now you're just getting in the way. That was a blast. Oh my gosh, what? I didn't know Volkner could smile, let alone laugh. What is this? This is weird. I feel dirty. Like I'm seeing something I shouldn't. Our combination came up short, but you're also a lot tougher as well. Promise me we'll do this again. I'll see to taking this husk home. All right, good job, Volkner. See, I got a lot tougher. Yeah? Yeah, you know what? All right, I'll admit, you had some dumb moves in there, but overall, yes, Docky, you got a lot tougher. Okay, I'm off to the front thud. Hey, doesn't that usually happen to Docky? What's all this about? What the? Daddy? What? Daddy? Oh, okay. No, rub it in, Docky. I'm glad you have a dad. No one else in this world has a dad. But oh no, man, Mr. Spoiled Docky with his dad. Yeah, it's not like I'm bitter or anything. It's not like I want a dad or nothing, Huh? Ah! If it isn't Docky, you've grown all sturdy. And Jake, too. I haven't seen you in a long time either. Docky, your mother told me you'd gone off to the battle zone, so I had to come running looking for you. So, are you two going to take the Battle Frontier Challenge? That sounds like a lot of effort, Docky Sr. The Frontier has 5 facilities that are all dedicated to battling. Each one has a unique set of rules, so they're all different. Of course, you have to be good to win at any of them. Now, he is not kidding about that. You 100%, you have to be legitimately good to win at these in the Battle Frontier. Anyway, I'm satisfied to see that you're both doing well. I'll go back to my usual place at Battle Tower. I'll be looking forward to your challenge. And remember, Docky, if you're late, I will fine you 10 billion Pokédollars. All right. My dad is cool, huh? Oh, rub it in! All right? Jeez, oh man. Just when I thought I could start liking Docky, and he's got a dad. I mean, when it gets right down to it, you think so too, right? Yeah, my dad? You like my dad, huh? Jake, do you like my dad? You want to battle my dad, huh? He's a frontier brain after all. He's the Tower Tycoon! All right, the Tower Tycoon. That is a very boisterous title, to say the least. I want to be cool like my dad. Oh my gosh, that is so sweet. I hope one day I have a son who says that exact phrase. That, it pulls on my heartstrings, I'll tell you what. Jake, that's the one reason I decided to become a trainer. Oh, Docky wanted to be like his daddy, so he became a trainer. Oh, what am I gonna do? Should I make the challenge now, or do I train some more? Okay, I've decided. I'm gonna get tougher. By a lot. I finally made it here. There's no need for haste now. Docky is synonymous with haste, so, I don't know what... Hi. I was just watching you two battle. You're something special, aren't you? Beating an elite fool like that? Well, I'm glad people are starting to notice. Oh, right, howdy. The name's Buck. I'm usually training at the survival area, Stock Mountain. You should come up there. You'll get toughened up for sure, mate. Don't know why I gave you a crappy Australian accent, but I did. All right, and what the buck was that all about? Okay, and wow, they didn't even heal us up after that. So the first thing we're gonna do is acclimate ourselves here to the battle zone. As you can see, this is the battle frontier, and it is ahead and to aim to win glory with Pokemon, and that we shall. After healing up real quick. Alrighty, guys. So we are all healed up and we are ready. Now, obviously, the main attraction of the battle zone right here is the battle frontier. But before we do that, let's run around a little bit, get ourselves acclimated to the place, and pick a couple of Dockies over here. Ooh, a Pomegg berry. Yes, of course I'll pick a Pomegg berry. I won't pick two though because that seems like it would take way too much time. And what the heck is this? Hondu berries. All right, that's definitely a made-up word, but you know, I guess all words are technically made up if you really think about it hard enough. But the first thing we want to do is come over here. Now, here are the docks. We can go back to Snowpoint City by ship, but at this point in time, you can actually fly back and forth between the areas, so, you know, it's not too much of a big deal anymore. But here we are in the fight area, and obviously there are a bunch of extra routes. Stark Mountain. I wonder if Tony lives there. And then, as you can see, there's also a resort area and a survival area. Now, in Diamond and Pearl, like I was saying, there's no double battle with Docky when you arrive here. You just go over to the battle frontier voluntarily. You don't get caught in a cutscene or anything like that. And also, funny enough, the resort area that we just checked out is also not in Diamond and Pearl. Just something to keep in mind. But what is in all three versions of this generation is this guy over here. A Super Rod is really good. I mean, would you say it's super? Wouldn't you agree? Well, yeah, whatever, pal. We're of identical minds. Not quite. Take this Super Rod. Yeah, I could have phrased that better. But we get ourselves the Super Rod, which is great that we have to wait until after post-game to get the Super Rod. Basically, the Super Rod will let you fish up some additional Pokemon and at higher levels than we have seen before. So, what does this sign say? All right, the fight area, battles galore. All right, battles galore, it is. And what do you have to say for yourself? Your Pokemon are from Sinnoh, aren't they? Yeah, how'd you guess? They're not what we're used to seeing around here. Ooh, all right. So, kind of indicating that this little area is not, in fact, part of Sinnoh proper, and that there are Pokemon other than Sinnoh Pokemon that will appear here. So, something to keep in mind. There's no end to becoming tough. I just made that up, but it sounds kind of cool, huh? Yeah, it sounds real cool, buddy. And this little girl here, who must be an esteemed battler. The Pokemon to eat first sometimes come here. Yeah, we just mopped the floor with them and the 8th gym leader. Again, mind you, because of the volcano, the land around here is craggy. Rough terrain and all the ups and downs makes it hard to hike in the Flargenbergen. All right, you don't look like you do much hiking anyway, but that was mean. People are people, and I'm me. I don't like being compared. But comparing with other people reveals things about yourself sometimes, too. That's why you should check out the global terminal, Jubilife City. Yeah, I would love to, buddy, but they shut that down, and I'm still sad about it. Even from here, we could see the peak of Mount Coronet. Most people didn't notice what happened up there. But I did. Buddy, you can't prove anything, all right? But I don't know what took place, exactly. Or anything like that. Or do I? All right, so this guy I'm getting real stalkery vibes out of. Everyone's fanatical about battling here. All right, and you're not? Well, he did say everyone, so that does include himself. Again, there's really not too much going on around here. Again, the main attraction of this battle area is, in fact, the Battle Frontier, which we are getting to in un momento. And look at all those chickens. Cheek, cheek. All right, so this is a Torchic. It's a Pokemon we haven't seen thus far. It is one of the beloved starters from Gen 3, as I'm sure you all already know. He was one of those early eccentrics who was around during the early days of the Battle Zone. Well, I was too. Who? This guy? The Battle Zone used to attract only the hardiest of trainers. I think it sounds cooler, though, if it's only the hardest of trainers. They were once considered eccentric for gathering in a place like this. It's hard to believe how much it's changed since then. What does that mean? Does that mean that, like, what, they just let anyone in here now, huh? Places like the fight area and the survival area just seem to spring up overnight. All right. I am the item expert. I have mastery in the ways of items. Your Pokemon, do they hold items? Yes, they do. The better the item they hold, the stronger they become. They're items worthy of my recommendation. Care to know? All right, so this is actually really nice. So items are going to be a huge component here in if you decide to take on the Battle Frontier. And this guy will actually explain some of these. Now, we can get these in the Battle Frontier, but if you don't know what they do, you might be, wasting a lot of time and a lot of effort on things you don't need. So definitely, if you don't know what any of these do, go ahead and talk it over with this guy. It'll help you pick the proper items. And once again, we're about to get into it, but the items are going to be extremely important when it comes to the Battle Frontier. And with that, and then we got our basic shop over here. I guess without further ado, we should, we've wasted enough time standing on the outside looking in. So let's head on in to the legendary Battle Frontier.
Welcome to the Battle Frontier! This is your first visit? Right this way, please. Oh, you have a VS recorder. How nice.
I made that sound sarcastic, but I feel very like those are passive-aggressive.
We upgrade VS recorders for first-time visitors for Battle Frontier use. I'll borrow yours for a moment. Let's see. Scientist part open here. Chunk. There. All done. Here you go.
I like to imagine she made those noises with her mouth. I could have phrased that way better.
Our other staff will be pleased to explain how the individual facilities of the Battle Frontier operate. I can go over general topics if you have any questions.
Nope, I don't have any questions. If you do, I'm about to go over these.
We hope you enjoy your visit.
All right. Thank you, ladies. These ladies will, in fact, describe everything I'm about to go over in probably a little more detail. But as you can see, like, real swanky entrance. So let's proceed. All right, the Battle Frontier. Everyone was clamoring for this to make a comeback, and it finally did. The Battle Frontier is basically as it describes. It is all about battling, and this is not your typical battling. If you have been just enjoying your time doing the single player mission, when you get here, you are in for a rude awakening, because this is where battling starts taking a very serious turn. I'm talking like professional, like competitive Pokemon in-game, which is really, really nice. It's not for everybody, but for a lot of people, being able to actually have like a legitimate challenge in a Pokemon game is like a dream come true. And I'm talking like you have to get down to the nitty-gritties, like actual team composition, raising your Pokemon, EVs, IVs, proper held items, proper move sets, a whole 9 yards. So there are quite a few things to go over. This thing we'll get to in just a second. The first thing you'll notice here in the Battle Frontier area is this really pleasant central area where you can like buy stuff.
All right, welcome. Would you like some scratch-off cards? You may buy 3 scratch-off cards for 1 BP.
So, BP is the currency of the Battle Frontier. They stand for battle points, and you get them by, if you couldn't guess, challenging all of the Battle Frontier battles that you can do. This is like a little lottery. We're not going to buy any. Basically, you can win like nuggets and berries and stuff off of those, which is, nice.
Welcome to the Exchange Service Corner. I sound an awful lot like the other girl.
Here you can buy, again, exchange BP for a couple of things. Now, these look like they're like reasonable prices, but once you actually get into the Battle Frontier and you start understanding how hard it is to earn BP, these prices are absolutely ridiculous. But they got a bunch of cool things. Like I said, EVs and IVs are going to be super important in this place, and they have all the items to, manipulate those. We've got all of our vitamins and minerals here. These are the ones we already know. They also have these items, which you give them to a Pokemon to hold. And there is a downside, but it will promote, it will give you more EVs after battle. It'll give you more EVs for battling, Pokemon with these. And then we have a couple more hold items down here. Some very useful ones like the Toxic Orb, the Flame Orb, and then, a couple more things. Choice Band is actually an absolutely phenomenal item. Focus Band, Scope Lens, I can speak. Focus Sash, another great item. Choice Scarf, phenomenal item. I mean, basically all the items you could possibly want for your Pokemon to hold, you can find them here. Again, it's just going to take a long time to save up some BP. And right over here, another exchange service. Absolutely. Let's see what you got here. A couple of really good competitive TMs that we may not have had access to earlier, or you might have missed in the main gameplay. Earthquake, being able to buy that, I mean, phenomenal move. X-Scissor, we actually have not been to the place where we could find this yet. Shadow Ball, Energy Ball, just great moves. Some setup moves, good status moves. I mean, everything you could possibly want here. And more, as long as you can battle. And if you come over here, we got this nice little display. This! A scale model of the Battle Frontier. That's right. And as you can see, every facility in the Battle Frontier has a very unique style, and along with a unique style, unique architectural style, they also have a unique battle style. So, coming right up here, we have ourselves the Battle Tower. Never lose, keep winning. So the Battle Tower is the facility. It's directly in front of us, and this is where Tower Tycoon Palmer resides, Docky's dad, as it were. Now, there are different gimmicks to battling in each of these places. For Battle Tower, as far as battling goes, this is probably the most straightforward. You can do singles and doubles, work your way up. If you get enough wins, you'll actually be able to challenge Palmer, and you'll be able to if you beat him, you'll get symbols, or these, prints, silver and gold. The more you win, the prints that you get prints, and then obviously the more BP that you win. And yeah, that's basically all the interesting thing about Battle Tower. It's definitely the most straightforward of all of them. And coming over here, man, this place is so beautiful. Like, I haven't been here, like, in a hot minute, so this is like a trip down memory lane. Nice and nostalgic. Coming over here, we can find ourselves the Battle Factory, win consecutively with rental Pokemon. So, kind of spoiling the gimmick for the Battle Factory over here. This one is incredibly fun, and it's probably the most accessible for anyone wanting to really initiate their Battle Frontier experience, because, as it said, you have rental Pokemon. The gimmick here is that you actually rent out pre-made Pokemon with all their stats and IVs and EVs maxed out, and you go and you battle other trainers who have rental Pokemon. And one of the coolest mechanics of the Battle Factory is the fact that after you battle one of these trainers, you have the chance to actually basically steal one of their Pokemon. So if there's a Pokemon you saw that's like OP, or one that would round out your team like very nicely, you actually have the opportunity to just pluck that from a trainer's team that you beat. You get enough consecutive wins, you will take on Factory Head Thornton. He's related to his extreme cousin Throckmorton. And fun fact about him, since he is also one of these tycoons, the Factory Head in this case, his team will actually be different every single time you face him, because he's also using rental Pokemon. So really nifty there. Again, super accessible. You don't need to do any of your own training or anything, and it's nice too because it kind of forces you to work within a using a random team, which is always fun. So you learn more about different types of Pokemon. Coming over here, oh, look at this nice little place. Ah, it's so nice. Coming over here, we have the Battle Arcade. All right, where events sway outcomes. This building, aside from being just absolutely visually unique in every sense of the term, also has its own battle gimmick. And the Battle Arcade's battle gimmick, they basically have a roulette before every battle. Now, The roulette is very interesting. It can be very fortunate or very unfortunate, depending on what you land, and it will happen before every battle. Some of the things that you can get on the roulette include, level manipulation. So sometimes your Pokemon, they'll boost your Pokemon's level before a battle, or lower your opponent's Pokemon's level before a battle, or it could start you off with some sort of like status, so like burn or freeze or sleep, or again, also same thing with your opponent. Much more high risk, high reward type of gambling here. I'd say that the arcade is probably the least accessible, if for no other fact than it is the most left up to luck. You can just start a battle completely disadvantaged, and thered be like no way for you to win. If you get enough consecutive battles in a row, you'll be able to battle Arcade Star Dahlia. Yeah. And you can get yourself a silver and gold arcade prints from beating her enough times. Again, her deal's the same. Before the battle with her, you will have the roulette, just like every other battle in there. So very challenging, very luck-based. If you're like me and you get frustrated at, crappy luck-based results, maybe the arcade ain't for you. Definitely ain't for me. Coming over here, we have the Battle Castle. Manage battle with castle points. So the Battle Castle, this, again, it's one of the more straightforward ones. Let me consult my notes about the Battle Castle. All right, so in Battle Castle, it is rather straightforward, except for the fact that you do not get healed in between battles. The Battle Castle also has its own form of currency, so along with battle points, you're also looking to get yourself some castle points in here. And at different intervals along the way, you'll be able to spend your castle points on things, such as items for, healing, manipulating your Pokemon's levels, etc., etc. And fun fact, the head of this of the Battle Castle is in fact a tag team. Well, technically a tag team. The trainer you will be fighting is Castle Valet Derek, or Darash, or Darashe, who basically appears to be like a combat butler. Very suave, very cool. Very difficult to beat, particularly too if you don't utilize your castle points in your healing items well. Alongside of him, he is serving the Lady of the Castle, Caitlin. Yes, that Caitlin. More on her much, much later. And last, but certainly not least, or maybe least, depending on your battle preferences, we have ourselves the Battle Hall. So let each Pokemon seek number 1. The Battle Hall. This one is also very interesting. The Battle Hall gimmick is the... it is interesting in the fact that it lets you explore the type chart much more in depth than you normally would. So basically, you get to pick your Pokemon. You get one Pokemon. 2 if you're doing a double battle, I believe. You get in there, and when you challenge, before you challenge every trainer, you actually get a type chart with all the Pokemon types on there, and you get to pick which type that you want to fight, and you basically go through the chart. It's very interesting. It can surprise you oftentimes because sometimes you go in there with a Pokemon and you get yourself what should be a for sure type matchup, only for them to throw something out you that has a dual type and totally ruins your day and ruins your streak. The leader of the Battle Hall is the Hall Matron Argenta, and that's once again like all the other tycoons and heads and the battle leaders, I suppose, of the Battle Frontier. After you get enough consecutive wins, she will come out and challenge you once again to get yourself some silver or gold prints. Whew! All right, guys, and with that, we just got here, and already it's like, oh my goodness, that was a flurry of information. Once again, it's a great inclusion in 4th Gen. Very glad they brought it back. Currently, I don't have plans on participating in any of these things. Maybe the Battle Factory, just to kind of show you, a little bit of fun at the Battle Frontier. But my team is nowhere near optimally trained for any of this, and also the amount of time it would take to train up a proper team for this. There could be possible plans in the future for, doing some of the Battle Frontier stuff, but currently, I gotta tell you, we got even more to go through in this brand new area, so this is just the first stop of the way, and already it was full of information. But with that, guys, now that I kind of gave you the rundown, hopefully a decent rundown. Again, if you have any questions, please address the lovely ladies here at the entrance. And hopefully you enjoy the Battle Frontier as much as I do. But with that, guys, we're going to end it off here. So if you liked what you saw, go ahead and smash that subscribe button, like, dislike, whatever you're feeling like. And until next time, guys, I will catch you later. Running in the doors. Running, here's some more. Running in the doors. Running indoors. Pokemon Gen 4. Pikachu?